Hello, welcome back. Last time I learned about the true nature of my bunny. He was a monster all along, but a cute fluffy one who was just my best friend, and maybe still is. Alright, and then I walked away from this scary looking puzzle. I think this is going to be today's project, unless it suddenly starts making a lot more sense than it did last time. So, observations I had made last time. Need 8 red beans in the right side of the puzzle, either simultaneously or with some way to cycle around, and the only thing that can move a bean, hi bunny, is a bucket and... Oh, you're perching there instead of here. Okay, so it doesn't always choose the same perch. Right, so, yeah, this, not gonna get a bucket here. There's definitely no spawnable space anywhere, no blobs are involved. So yeah, I do need 8 individual red beans on the right side. I can never... The only way I'm ever making any new red beans is with a dispenser. Pretty sure I can't interact with this in any way, therefore the dispenser recipe is always 1 red. Therefore, since I need more red beans than currently exist, and I can't peddle other beans to red, and the dispenser recipe is red and I have exactly 2, I must spawn a dispenser with 1 of my red beans and feed the other red bean to it. That's 1/2 of something where both halves look pretty impossible right now. So half 1, I have no idea how to get those together to do that. Half number 2 is, once I've done that, I then have to make that dispenser spawn 7 more times, which means red beans need to stop existing, then start existing again. Can I make multiple dispensers? Okay, so plausible thing, if I could get this bean out of here, then I could make multiple red dispensers out in this region, and how would I carry those beans in? Beans can't switch sides. Like, once I step... all of this is tiled. Except that. This is the one and only untiled space in the right half of the puzzle. Other than these, but I can't make ice here, so I won't be using those for growing. Other stuff that exists. Bomb with no current recipe. Bucket with a blue. Cloud with a green. I have 2 greens plus the recipe bean, which I can change. Once I'm in here, I can mess with bomb and cloud recipes. Now hold up. Okay, here's what I'm not thinking of. The other way to reproduce more red beans is with recipe manipulation. So use cloud storage, grow a cloud here made of something that's not red, make it out of red, blow it up... How would you do that? Maybe I need to make a bomb factory here. I love this idea. So imagine a bomb fountain. Like I had a bucket fountain that one time. Imagine a bomb fountain. Somehow a spawner makes lots of bombs. A bucket is somehow moving back and forth, causing them to move. Once a bomb exists, another thing spawns, a cloud makes that into a bomb, bucket bumps it, it explodes here, and I just have non-stop explosions happening across this corner, where I can then plant a bomb, a cloud, change its recipe. That's not going to be enough of a delay. Okay, fun idea. Not going to work for various reasons. That was the most easily provable one. Like, the maximum amount of time in between would be, like... Yeah, so say it was like, cloud here, whatever the bomb color will end up being, dispenser here. Oh, and I would have to make the cloud zap anyway, which it could do with bucket moving back and forth. Or actually, cloud here. Okay, cloud here does double duty as blocking the bucket and also zapping the dispenser. So bucket goes back and forth. So bump, explode. Turn around. 1, 2, bump, 3, 4, 5. Bump, explode. So that's a 6 cycle. So every 6 turns I'd get an explosion in this position. Would that otherwise work? I think so. On the turn the bucket bumped the bomb, bomb would explode, cloud would zap the bean that's already under it, making another bomb, dispenser would dispense, bucket would turn around, all those things would happen at once. Then the 6 turns would pass, and on the 6th turn the bucket bumps the bomb and makes it explode again. So in 6 turns, I could zap something here and move to one of... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could pre-place some beans there. Zap, walk, 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 place. There is enough time for that. Okay, so this ridiculous contraption I invented, can I build it? So I have the red bean. Cloud will be made of red. I don't need to make a red dispenser after all, if I'm doing this plan. The issue of the cloud needing to zap will be addressed by a bucket moving in front of it. Because yeah, it wouldn't see the changes I made here, but it will see a bucket moving around, maybe doing things to beans. Bucket will pick up the bean that gets dispensed. I might want to actually ensnare the bucket and destroy a bean in here. Okay, so I have something resembling a plan. Let's say that the bomb bean will be blue. I think that's convenient. So you're a blue dispenser now. Bucket happens to be blue, so that seems convenient. We do that. I do this. I get an extra bean, kinda, which turns blue. Okay. But the bucket recipe is blue. Therefore, I needed that dispenser to be green. Okay. Well, I had an extra green bean, so let's do that. And that should be just as fine, I think. Alright, you are cloud, you are ensnared bucket. That's blue, it's still blue. So first let's test this just general way of doing things now. Oh, that's fine. I can destroy this with these color changers. Yeah, I get a lot of flexibility here. So no cloud recipe. Green cloud, got a green bean there. It's zapped. It's gonna do some things. That's fine. Yeah, things are happening, but that's okay. I'll need a green bean to be the... no, sorry. Blue needs to be the cloud recipe right now. Okay, so this is a stable pattern. Nothing's going to happen with it until a green bean has a recipe. I can make a cloud here, and that's fine. Oh, no, it's the other recipe is that. Okay, now this makes the timing awkward. Alright, I'll make these beans green. I think timing still works. It's iffy. It worked. Okay, that's a cloud now, but that's also going to be a cloud there. Yeah, I didn't get there in time. So I need to make the bomb first, maybe? Plausible. Okay, what's the time constraint? If I do this... I need to do this at a very specific time. Right now, I think? That's a bomb. This is a potential cloud. Okay. There's one extra turn before you explode. Neat. And a green exists. So all I've done is gotten a green back. But at least I can do that much. And now I've set this back up for something more. Okay, I might be able to work with this. It's hard to tell for sure. How do I think I'm going to be able to do this? Okay, here is Cloud. Cloud is now made of red. And green is now blue. And green is now green, and green bean is now bomb. I think this works, right? I have one red bean I didn't have before. Wouldn't it be great if I also had another green bean, though? I can do that. There we go. Okay, I think I have a working machine. Neat. That was wild. Okay, this did come together. Now, what did I do? So I can do it again. First of all, spawn a cloud from green. Then dump all your red beans here. Turn your green blue. Turn your blue green. Make that a bomb recipe. As soon as the bomb spawns, add that to the cloud recipe, and there we go! That's so cool! Okay, and I just have to do it once more, because we're doing powers of 2 here. I go 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. That's... wow. That was magnificent. What a puzzle. Okay. Turn green blue. Turn blue green. Make bomb recipe out of green. And I don't actually care what happens now, all I want is for that to explode, so I won't even bother getting my green bean back. Okay, so. Setting that down for a day. Set me up for a situation where the solution would just sort of come to me. That was cool. Wow. And yeah, that was totally a 3+1. In my way of measuring difficulty. Is this a 4? Are there other 3s? There's Twisty Path, there's Chaos. Yes, there are lots of other 3s. What's this? Twins is a 4. Alright, Nine-Fingered Guardian is 4. Twisty Path, let's try that. Okay, so, Icicle Recipe is that. I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. That's where the exit is? So definitely going to freeze something here. Therefore I must make an icicle. Therefore I can't have changed that recipe until I'm at the exit. Blob exists. Right, I can just read my recipes here. Or here. Hi, bunny. Blob, vine, bomb, icicle. Icicle's the only one that starts with a thing. Okay, so that closes that closes that. Okay, so I just have to set up a situation where with a blob I can make like 2 vines, blow them up, and get enough purple beans to make an icicle and still have something left. Ice this over, still have something left to block that ice beam that's... No, that's not necessary. I can just put it over here, push the ice in. Yeah, okay. All this space exists. I wonder if that means anything. Okay, so 3 purples need to turn into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 purples. No, 5 purples need to turn into 8 purples. But I also need some more stuff, and I have... So 1 purple is going to be something, probably blob. Oh... How do I set a recipe here? Something more is going on. Because I only have 2 purples up front, so basically, like, I could do that and have my recipes in conflict, which is obviously no good. No, I can create my blob now, bring it with me, so I only get 1 blob. That's the story here. Okay. I get 1 blob, because I gotta make the vine recipe 1 purple, which is annoying, but deal withable. Gonna assume I want bomb to be 1 green. I can't imagine what else I would want it to be. this doesn't leave me with any way to gain resources. No, this is no good, because no recipe other than icicle is made out of more than one thing. And I just have the one blob, so I could end up with... well, really not much of anything. Okay, so alternate idea. I make a blob, I make a blob. I make a blob. I leave it here, after putting that there. No, I keep the blob recipe. I keep the blob recipe, I leave the blob there. I'll be turning that into a vine, and that's what this space is for. Ah, but I don't have a vine recipe yet. I need an actual recipe to bootstrap things. That's... only fine if I can also put down a blob recipe here. Okay, I think I can engineer this. This is a 3? Are you sure? Like, if the sorts of things I'm doing make sense. Because the plan is, you will turn into a vine. No, hang on, I need to have... Yeah, okay, so you need to be a valid vine recipe. You will turn into a vine, and be able to collect things that are fed to you, therefore making the vine recipe more expensive. That vine will also have to collect something traveling across this route, and blow up at a specific time? So that I can make more blobs? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, like with this puzzle setup, I see the potential to manipulate both of these recipes. I can at least add to them. I can subtract from them too. Vines can pull things to them. I can make vines. So... yeah, I don't need to use this space because a vine can just grab that from there, and that's fine? Oh boy, okay, so, currently all I can do is make a vine. I want that vine to do a lot of things for me. There's enough space here to walk around and be out of range of a vine who is here. Woof. Timing, show me something. No, there's no time when I can step here and be safe. I can get wrestled, but that's not to my benefit. Okay. So... it could be that what I want to do is set down a vine here, turn that into a vine, blow up this vine immediately, and then do further operations. It feels like it'd be better if I didn't blow that up immediately and instead... here we go. Here's a closer place where you can eat some things. I'm gonna need a blob recipe at some point. But actually, I might not need a blob recipe at any point. Well, let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have some snacks. I'll plan to blow you up after you've had your snacks. You're gonna eat some of those snacks, but that's actually kind of good. Ah, and while that's in transit, I can grow another... oh, there's too many beans there already. Well, I can take a moment to make a blob. Oh, yes, that's good. Okay. So, at the brief moment when the when the bean is over the blob, will that recipify it? It will. There we go. That's good. Alright, you go here. I'm gonna make another. Right, the recipe doesn't exist right now. Never mind. I can't make a vine now. Well, I can make it out of that blob. Okay. Maybe I can just repeat this a couple of times, sure. A couple of times should be enough times, I think. Yeah, a couple of times should be enough times. Yeah, this should... ooh, I'm gonna have problems. I need to at least squirrel away a blob somewhere. How will I do that? Vine recipe is now 4, but that's fine. I'm never interacting with the vine recipe directly. So I need to be careful about the number of things I feed you. Well, no, this is fine. I can make, like, tons of blobs. Yeah, I can end up with so many things during this. I can make... I can make, like, 2 blobs. That should be enough. There's 1. There's another. There should have been the other. Hold up. Careful how you do this. Now, did I want this to be a vine blob? This blob to be a vine? Probably. And I probably wanted it to explode in this explosion. So something like that. I still have a purple bean, which makes me wonder about some things. But I think I just have enough stuff right now. Sort of. I'm gonna be a little short on something. That's a lot of purple, yes. I guess I need to make another vine blob and freeze it. Vine blob, what am I talking about? Another blob. Yeah, okay, so this will turn into a vine. Then it'll shatter, so I have enough to make the icicle now. Yeah, this all works. If I ice, like, here? No, not there. Here's no good. How expensive is vine at this point? That expensive. Oh, okay, so you only render up to 3 beans underneath yourself. You don't show the full stash. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine here. It's just a matter of how to finish. Because what I want to do is spawn an icicle, turn this blob into a vine, freeze it, push that somewhere that I get the vine contents again, and, ooh, if you eat too many, you're going to be in conflict with the icicle recipe. In fact, it would take just 1 more, so you probably shouldn't eat any more purple. If I can avoid it. I might not be able to, but maybe that's okay. You could eat 2 more purple instead and become even more expensive. I think this is... Oh, this is not infinitely repeatable because I have no more explosions. But now that I have the power of ice, I might be able to do something. My conflict here is I want an ice beam that both is in this row and is in this row without blocking me, which I guess would mean here? I think that's the best spot I'm gonna get. Okay, plausible. So I do the, no, that's no good. Because I can't get up north. Yeah, it doesn't block me from here, but I can't get north. Can't do anything with my purple beans here. I could feed you some more purples, maybe? And make a couple of more blobs, maybe? I can make a second icicle out of this blob, but I need something to freeze. That could be the blob. I can just freeze the blob. That's fine. I don't need any extra. Okay. I had an unnecessary step. Right, blob, your movement feels weird. Right, I can just freeze the blob, and that's enough. I was thinking too hard about the fact that a frozen blob, when shattered, turns into an icicle, but it doesn't have to shatter. You can just do that. There we go. I'll take these with me. And break the puzzle for any future explorers. Alright, cool. Do I dare try another? I'm feeling daring. Let's do this one that I stepped into by accident. Moat. Bunny turns around and wants to observe from there. Somewhere. Where's your perch? It's here. Okay. Blob is 1 purple, and there's nothing I'm ever going to do about that. Those exist. This is harder to get to. The only way is to shove a blob on there, transform it into a cloud, and then blow it up. That's the only way a bean is getting there. I get 3 red beans. And that's it. Why is it necessary for there to be a blob recipe if all I get is 3 red beans? This could just be here recipe-less. I don't get the point of this. Which probably means I don't understand the puzzle yet. Well, clearly I don't. Make ice, put it here. Well, put it here. Or here or here. Any of those is fine. In fact, I can't put it here. Well, sure I can. So it'd be great to put a red bean there. Okay, so cloud made of... Okay, so basically... Bomb made of red. I spawn one in preparation to blow up that blob. You sure about that? I'm not. And then I cloud here... Wait, my bomb didn't spawn. I never zapped it. I'll still have a red bean available to me in some way. This won't be able to respawn, that'll be red, which makes an icicle recipe, but then I have to use up my bean. So I am protected enough to be able to do this. So I freeze the cloud. Okay, yeah. Isn't that everything? There's like a 3 - 2. This difficulty rating system I've come up with leaves a little to be desired. It's fine though. Right? Yeah, like what is the issue here? Is there one? Oh, okay, sure, don't do that. So got my red bean, I'll put it here, I'll freeze you, and I'll push you, and I'm done. Okay, yeah, that was incredibly simple. 3 - 1.5, let's call it that way. Okay, so you know what? Let's complete the island, since I have that choice. And I want to know what is going on up there, so there are many more puzzles to do here. I'll come back to them, but I'm going to take the opportunity afforded to me and learn something. Rainbow Flowers Altar. Congratulations! With this ritual, your time as an initiate comes to an end. Step onto the marker and be confirmed an acolyte of the tradition of the beans. From this point forward, if it is your will, you may return to your life outside the temple. Neat! Okay, so that opens the temple door. To whoever finds this, if you're reading this, then our plan must have worked. As that pretentious and overwritten book over there will tell you, this altar thing will reopen the front door to the temple, which means you'll be free to go. If you could reach this spot to put down this node, why couldn't you activate the altar? I guess it responds to the number of puzzles that the person stepping on it has done, and the researchers just couldn't solve all these puzzles? Maybe? Here's the thing, though. When you entered the temple, all the doors inside closed, including the one leading to our new home, so they are now stranded there. But no, they're now stranded here, because you put this note here. So the 4 of us will still be stuck Unless someone can solve the puzzles in the area just north of here. Okay, so they are just up there. I see two options. You could head out now and find someone from a good bean studies department to come solve the puzzles. I'd start with the grad students. They're used to being asked to work for free. Oh no! Or you could solve them yourself. That way you'd get to come and meet us. Either way, I hope you know how grateful we are for what you're about to do for us. Thanks, Michelle. This feels like it's going to activate credits when I step on it. Greater challenges lie ahead for those acolytes who wish to remain. Be warned that they are not for the weak of mind or frail of heart, but the rewards in store are great as well. If you choose to press on, perform the island completion ritual on each of the islands of this temple. Already done? Only then may you take your place among the guardians of the temple. Good luck, Acolyte. Okay, well, already done except for this one. So if I look up here, I see more puzzles. Can I, like, get a glimpse of the trapped researchers? So here's books about those. A final door. 0 out of 8 of the north puzzles, I guess. And I guess the researchers are all the way up here. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One for each, not one for each monster, one for each preceding island. Books are closed. But, like, I can go to the puzzles now. I don't even need to complete the island yet, seemingly. Okay, yeah, so that's Island 1, Island 2, Island 3, Island 4, Island 5, Island 6, Island 7, Island 8. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7. Huh. An order change. Alright, well, let's step in this thing at least. Front door opens. Okay, yeah, so step out there to end the game and go look for a grad student to work for free and do the rest of the puzzles or do them myself. Well, I know which I'm choosing. I do wonder if I'd see, like, one ending out there. I have to do that. There is no possible way this game would be rude enough to make that lock me out of something, so I have confidence I can do this safely without going and, like, copying my save file or anything. But let's see what happens. So I walk out here, leave the bunny in there, leave the stranded people. And what exactly happens? Okay, we get credits. Oh, I do leave with my bunny. Okay. Alright. So, credits are happening, but there's lots more to do. There's more in the south, and there are the ultimate puzzles in the north. I didn't look at the difficulties up there. I assume we'll probably be seeing these credits a second time. Oh, neat. Extra puzzles from... okay. Penciler. That's a name I know. Freesound Sounds. Gotcha. Oh, and list of Freesound Sounds. That's neat. Lol, Amadeus. That's the one my eyes fell on. Owlstorm. What are these names? Yippee, Christina. LMMS, something music. Oh, I cannot read fast enough for what I wanted to read there. It stopped before the last little bit of the text had scrolled off. We eat carrots together. How nice. Alright, so that's those stats. 4230, what's that? Is that like my total move count in all puzzles or something? That feels too low for it to be that number. Because, yeah, no, I would be averaging, like, at 164 puzzles, I'd only be averaging, what, 25 moves or something? No, there's no way that's what that is. What could it be, though? 4230? What could that be? I don't know, how much is 25 moves? Maybe that's enough to be an average count for my solution. No, I don't believe that for a second. Some stat that is unknown. Okay, escape. I got out of the temple, but we are definitely not done here. Okay, well, that was a nice short little ending, but you know, that was ending 1. I'll be pursuing ending 2. Alright, I'll see you next time to continue with this stuff.